From a hotel that's nicknamed Hell on Earth to another which inspired Stephen King's The Shining, we count 5 of the most haunted hotels. Number 5. Hotel del Coronado. The Hotel del Coronado in San Diego has been haunted by the ghost of con artist Kate Morgan for more than a century. Grief-stricken from the pain and loss of betrayal, the beautiful woman shot herself dead, while it is still unknown why. Miss Morgan was at the hotel the night that she committed suicide. All accounts point to the fact that Miss Morgan was waiting for a mysterious lover that never came. Paying close attention to newlyweds and honeymooners, the ghost of Miss Morgan seems to target happy young couples, as if jealous of their joy. Her ghost is still said to be wandering the gardens and nearby beach to this day, perhaps still waiting for a mysterious lover to return. Number 4. The Stanley Hotel. Best known for being the inspiration behind Stephen King's The Shining is Colorado's Stanley Hotel. Reports of invisible parties being held within the hotel's ballroom are common, and pianos are often heard playing of their own accord. All this, coupled with sightings of ghosts lurking within its rooms, makes the Stanley Hotel not for the faint of heart. But perhaps most terrifying of all are the sounds of children that can be heard playing in the halls throughout the night. With many of the hotel's patrons voicing their displeasure at the excessive noise, we can only imagine what it was like when they were told no such children were there. The Stanley Hotel thus remains a staple for ghost hunters, with ghost tours now being held within the building's phantom-treaded hallways. Number 3. Port Arthur Motor Inn. The infamous Tasmanian town, Port Arthur, an otherwise unassuming Australian penal colony, has had a history of ghost sightings reaching back into the 1800s within many of its buildings, including the Port Arthur Motor Inn. Sightings of lit rooms without occupants and the sound of church bells that have long since been missing from their steeple is just the tip of the iceberg in a town once inhabited by thieves and murderers. For a taste of what it was like to live in a dedicated prison town during Australia's notorious past, the Port Arthur Motor Inn invites you to stay in the affectionately named Hell on Earth within the town's officers' quarters. If you get your kicks from standing on the scene of one of the world's largest single-handed mass murders, then the Port Arthur Motor Inn and its ghostly inhabitants welcome you to be their guest. Number 2. The RMS Queen Mary. As one of the most haunted hotels in the USA, paranormal researchers have spent countless hours within the galleys of the RMS Queen Mary ocean liner. Now host to 3 world-class restaurants and a plethora of wedding ceremonies, the ship has had its ledger shadowed by a dark past. Since its use in World War II as a troop transport ship, the Queen Mary has been host to 49 confirmed deaths, with numbers expected to be higher from unreported cases of drownings and POW deaths not covered by the ship's logs. This major tourist attraction has also been said to be a hotspot of paranormal meetings, with reports of up to 150 ghostly figures to be seen walking its decks. With ghosts haunting the ship's pools, engine rooms and galleyways, along with another case of mysterious children playing on the decks, it is any wonder that this ship was once known by sailors as the Grey Ghost. Number 1. Ballygally Castle. The Ballygally Castle in Northern Ireland stands as one of the more tragic haunted locations in Europe. After finally producing a male heir, Lady Isabella Shaw's baby boy was snatched away by her husband, Lord James Shaw, and the Lady Isabel was confirmed to one of the castle's turret rooms, condemned to starvation. While initially sounding like the beginnings of a fairy tale, the story takes a tragic turn as the Lady Isabel, in an escape attempt, fell to her death from the window of her prison. As if despite her husband's wishes to confine her, the ghost of Lady Shaw has been quite active throughout the castle halls, appearing frequently to guests and knocking on their doors at odd hours. She wanders the halls endlessly, perhaps in search of the son she so desperately desired. Along with the lady of the estate, other ghosts are said to roam the castle's halls. Madame Nixon, who lived in the hotel during the 1800s, is said to be heard roaming the halls in a silk dress. To this day, out of respect or caution, the corner of one of the castle's turrets called the Ghost Room is kept empty as homage to the poor souls who are bound there.